Welcome to Mike's Yoga channel and welcome to this perfect morning yoga routine. When you're ready, roll your mat, grab some water or some coffee, and let's get started. Okay everyone, so let's begin by coming into a seated position with one leg in front of the other. It doesn't matter which leg. And we're going to start just by warming up the body. So from the seated position, on your next inhale, let's bring our hands up towards the sky. Exhale, plant the right hand down beside you in line with that right hip, and then reach this left arm over, feeling a nice side body stretch on that left side. And exhale, come back to center. Again, on your next inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, take it over to the other side, planting the left hand down in line with that left hip, reaching this right arm over. And exhale, come back to center. Again, on your next inhale, let's lift the hands up. Exhale, this time let's twist to our right, so right hand, right arm behind you, acting as a second spine. Left hand can rest on the right leg. Just make sure you avoid the right knee. And now from here, as you inhale, try and lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, gently twist. Exhale, come back to center. One more time, inhale, let's bring the hands up. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Left hand, left arm behind you, acting as a second spine. Right hand resting on the left leg. Just make sure you avoid the left knee. As you inhale, lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, gently twist. Exhale, come back to center. Awesome job, you guys. Again, on your next inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, melt the hands down in front of you. Should feel a nice stretch in the hip here. Exhale, walk the hands back towards you. And now from here, let's bring our hands behind us. So hands are right underneath the shoulder blades. And now from here, as you inhale, lift the hips up. Imagine you have a grapefruit in between your chin and your chest. Take a breath here. Exhale, lower back down. Now from here, uncross the legs. Maybe give them a little shake. And bring the opposite leg in front. So if you had your right leg in front of you before, bring the left leg in front. Inhale, lift the hands up. Exhale, plant the hands down in front of you once again. Exhale, walk the hands back towards you. Now from here, let's bring our hands behind us one more time. Inhale, lift the hips up. Again, imagine you have a grapefruit in between your chin and your chest. Exhale, lower down. Awesome job, you guys. Now from here, let's make our way into a deer pose, otherwise commonly referred to as a 90-90 stretch. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating two 90-degree angles in our legs. So let's start with our right leg in front of us. So right knee in line with our right hip. 90-degree angle in the right leg. Right foot is flexed. Left leg behind us. Left knee in line with the left hip. 90-degree angle in that left leg. Left foot is flexed. Hands or your fingertips can rest beside you. Sit up nice and tall. As always, make sure to breathe. And if it feels nice, you can mindfully of sway back and forth, feeling a nice stretch in the hips. And on your next exhale, mindfully release. We'll just take that over to the other side. So left leg in front of us, right leg behind us. Again, left knee in line with the left hip, 90-degree angle in the left leg, left foot is flexed. Right knee in line with the right hip, 90-degree angle, right foot is flexed. Hands or fingertips resting beside you, sit up nice and tall. And just be mindful, maybe notice how this side might feel a little bit more tight than the other. I know for me this is a little bit more tight on my right hip, so just be mindful this morning. And again, if it feels nice, feel free to sway up and down. And on your next exhale, let's release. From here, let's make our way into an extended child's pose. So take your time getting there. So let's bring our knees as wide as the mat, letting the big toes touch behind you. From here, walk your hands up long in front of you, letting the forehead rest in the mat. In this pose, really breathing into the shoulders, the back body, as well as the hips. And on your next exhale, let's shift forward. Again, stacking the hands underneath the shoulders, extending the legs along behind you. We'll come into a high cobra here. So keep your core slightly engaged. Feel free to roll the shoulders back, open up the chest, take a breath. And exhale, let's shift it back and we'll come into all fours here. So again, let's stack the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And let's keep our fingers spread wide and almost pretend like you're opening up a jar of pickles or a jar of peanut butter. So you should feel a nice engagement up in the tricep area. Tops of the feet are pushing into the mat. Once we have this nice foundation, let's do a few rounds of cat-cow. So really moving with your breath. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. Exhale, round. Let's do one more, moving with your breath. Awesome job, you guys. Now from here, let's come back to center. Let's find our foundation. And now from here, let's extend the right leg along behind you and mindfully just rock up and down, feeling a nice stretch in that right leg, that right ankle. And now from here, let's step that right foot over the left, look back over our left shoulder, back at that right foot. Exhale, come back to center. Let's take that over to the other side, extending that left leg along behind you. Mindfully just rocking up and down. And now from here, let's step that left foot over the right. Look back over the right shoulder, back at that left foot. Exhale, come back to center. Awesome job, you guys. Now from here, let's make our way up into a downward facing dog. And feel free to pedal out the feet once you get here, really breathing into the back of the legs, calves, the hamstrings. And now from here, let's just find a nice neutral position. We'll hang out here for a couple breaths. Now from here, just like we did in cat-cow, really moving with your breath. On your next inhale, mindfully, let's shift forward and coming into a high plank. Exhale, mindfully coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Awesome job, you guys. Now from here, let's heel toe, walk our feet up right behind our hands. We'll take a forward fold, bend the knees as much as you like. On your next inhale, keeping the knees bent, start to roll it up, stacking the spine one vertebrae at a time. Chin is the last to lift. Coming into a mountain pose. Good morning. Now from here, let's make our way up to the top of the mat if we're not there already, and we'll do some sun salutations here now. So on your next inhale, bring the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Lower the knees, chest, chin to the mat. Elbows hug in, hips stay elevated. Inhale, baby cobra. Gaze down, no wrinkles in the neck here. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. On your next inhale, come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart by your sides. Awesome job, you guys. Let's keep it going. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold, really moving with your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank, lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Elbows hug in, hips stay elevated. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. On your next inhale, come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart by your sides. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to plank. Lower knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. Now from here on your next inhale, let's lift that right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot up in between the hands, Lower the left knee down, left shoelace is down. On your next inhale, rise up, coming into a low lunge. So in this low lunge, let's find a nice foundation here. So let's keep this right knee over right ankle, hips in one line. So for some of us, we may have to draw that right hip back just a little bit and bring this left hip forward, core slightly engaged. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Awesome job, you guys. Let's take that over to the other side. Inhale, lift that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee. Step the left foot up in between the hands. Lower the right knee down, right shoelace is down. Inhale, rise up, low lunge. Again, let's keep this left knee over left ankle, hips in one line. So on this side, we may have to bring that left hip back just a little bit and bring this right hip forward. Core slightly engaged. And exhale, plant the hands, step it back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come up on the tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step, hop, or float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands through heart by your sides. Awesome job. Now from here, let's bring our feet as wide as the mat, bringing our hands together at our chest. From here, let's sink the hips all the way down, coming into a yogi squat. Another awesome stretch for the hips here. Try and keep your back as straight as you can. Now from here, let's make our way down onto our bums and let's extend our legs out long in front of us. Keeping the legs together, keeping the feet flexed towards you. We'll come into a seated forward fold. So from here on your next inhale, lift the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, melt it forward, grabbing onto the toes or the feet if you can. If you can't, that's okay. You can just let your hands rest where they naturally fall. In this pose, really breathing into the back of the legs. And on your next exhale, mindfully release. Now from here, let's make our way down onto our backs. And once we get to our backs, let's hug our knees into our chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourselves a nice big hug, and feel free to rock side to side, massaging the spine. Now from here, we'll come into a supine twist. So let's keep our right knee hugged into our chest, extend this left leg out long. And when you're ready, let's guide this right knee over to our left. Our right arm can come into a T or a cactus. In the supine twist, really make sure to keep both shoulders rooted in the mat. So if your right shoulder is coming up off the mat like this, that means you've gone too far. So dial it back. Should feel a nice stretch on that right side body. Exhale, come back to center. We'll take that over to the other side. So extending that right leg long, hugging the left knee back into your chest. And when you're ready, bringing that left knee over to the right side. Left arm can come into a T or a cactus. Again, make sure this left shoulder is firmly rooted in the mat. Exhale, mindfully release, come back to center. Now from here, let's lift our legs up, keeping the calves parallel with the ground. We'll do a little bit of core work here. So let's do 10 sit-ups. Hands can just come onto your chest. Let's do one more just for fun. Awesome job, you guys. And now we'll come into one of our final poses, a reclined butterfly pose. So simply bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees open up wide. Hands can just rest by your sides, or you can have one hand on the belly, the other one on your chest. I encourage you to close your eyes here and just come back to your breath. And on your next exhale, let's extend the legs out long, extend the arms out long, coming into final Shavasana, letting the mind and the body reap all the benefits from today's practice. So I encourage you to stay here for as long as you like, or if you're ready to go, you can rock up, coming into a seated position of your choice. Wherever you are, let's bring our hands together at our heart. Thank you all so much for sharing your time and your energy with me this morning. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe. From here, let's bring our hands up to our third eye. The light in me honors the light, and all of you, thank you so much. Namaste.